Welcome back to LS Central, where we cover gangs, lore, and more. And in today's video, we'll be going over the gangs of Temple, meaning the Temple Drive families and the Temple Drive Ballas. Now, the district of Temple is in Los Santos, San Andreas, and it will go by the name of Sunrise or Sunnyside. It is bordered by downtown Los Santos to the east, Market to the south, and Mulholland to the north, with Vinewood just sitting to the west. Temple is described as a middle-income neighborhood with low-rise buildings, and although there is gang activity in Temple, their presence will be less prominent in the eastern parts of the city. But don't let that get you confused, because when they do get active, there will be shootings carried out in broad daylight. But now let's get to the gangs of Temple, starting with the Temple Drive Ballas. The Temple Drive Ballas is an underground street gang located on the west side of Los Santos, being from the area of Temple but residing in Market, and they will go through plenty of bloodshed throughout the years, with this war being between them and the Temple Drive families. But what makes them different from their counterparts is that they will be very undercover, hidden in the shadows of Los Santos with the killers, thieves, and gangbangers. But the roots of this Ballas set will come from Glen Park, since they are an offshoot of the Kilo Trade Ballas. This was due to the Kilo Trade Ballas wanting to spread their members to the west side to combat the up-and-coming Temple Drive families. And as you can guess, this brought a lot of drugs to the area, since two gangs was competing with each other to rule the area of Temple. And who do we have to thank for all this? Well, Big A and OG Clicka, which will establish the Temple Drive Ballas no longer just being a west side branch of the Kilo Trades. But passing through the years, the Temple Drive Ballas would hit their peak in 1990, becoming unstoppable and striking fear and dominance over every single family set in Los Santos. But why stop there? They will create 3 new subsets for the Balla gang, and they would take over areas such as Temple, Verona Beach, and Market, making sure that it was strictly West Side Temple Drive. But while they were at their height, some baller on baller conflict would occur, where some baller members would unfortunately lose their life in gunfire. And word on the street was that Temple Drive was behind these hits, thus bringing us to the Baller War, where Kilo Trade and Temple Drive will go head to head. And let me tell you, this was one of the bloodiest wars in Los Santos, just striking up a wall cutting and bloodshed. But the Temple Drive Ballers weren't the only gang trying to expand. The Aztecas would step up and challenge them, causing a massive war between all the gangs. Dark, disgusting smoke filled the air, and bullets were flying over people's heads. The streets of Los Santos during this time became a war zone, and this would cause Crash to crack down and arrest gang members for their crimes. But word on the street is that the Temple Drive Ballers are back, due to OG Scatta and OG Coolio. The Temple Drive families, on the other hand, will have a complete different story. Originated in 1981, their turf will be based in Temple and Santa Maria, and they will be an offshoot of the Orange Grove families, which would defunct in the 1970s. And their story will go a little like this. The Temple Drive families divided from the rest of the families, heading over to the west side, which is led by Milos and Yanni. Which I think I said that right. If I didn't, my bad. But the Temple Drive families will have beef with the Temple Drive Ballers, and they will have another rival which I never heard of, the Santa Maria families. They were once under the Temple Drive families, but once Milos and Yanni died, they will fall apart and become a feuding gang. But in the year 1992, they will come together with other family sets, meeting at the Jefferson Motel and restoring order to the family gang. Now, I guess this takes place in a universe where Crash never raided the motel, and the 3 family sets managed to make peace. And sadly, that's where the story stops. They didn't really expand on this story from what I could find, but they have a bunch of members listed. Even with my boy Crypto. I don't know if it's the same Crypto that be making the GTA movies and stuff, but if it is, shout out to the homie, because he really be doing his thing. I'll be doing a lot more of these. If you like them, thumbs up. If you don't,